Hello, hello, and we are back online after quite a while. Let me see. We are finally back. Yep. Yes. 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 Okay. Um. ta- 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 ta. Yeah. Thank you, Carlo. We are back to YouTube and also to pretty much to trading. Okay. Still setting up stuff here. Making sure that it's not too loud here. There you go. Uh, let's do this. I think there's a buy setup right here on gold really quick before we do anything. I don't want to miss it. We have a previous resistance. We have a current support formed here. 1 hour major wick. 30-minute right above this thing. As we close, what is this? About to go 8 p.m. 8 a.m. As we close above this, this quick scalp right above this. So I think I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for this. This was a previous support here, and as we break above this, I'm gonna go for a buy. The stop loss is gonna be below this wick. And yeah, that's it. There's no complication there. I'm gonna buy this. From here to here, like 16 pips. Should be good enough. Plus, we're coming up with New York volume. Uh, Put it right above this thing here, maybe. As we break above here, should be good enough. Yeah, that's it. I would be counting with the volume from New York Open that as we break above this wick, we might have the volume to go at least 1 to 1 here. That's 14 pips. But if because the stop loss would be right below this, it would be a little bit more than 1 to 1. That's okay. Um, still either it has to either break above this or close above this for this to be like a good idea. Better buy would be above this thing here. Only reason why I'm going with a bullish bias is because obviously if we go to this, we didn't do this, but we can start from there. Look at this. We have a major wick up on the daily. Support kind of formed here, confirmed here with the daily. So we have all of this to flip and move up. Yeah, that's it. Look at this. 4 hour, nice support here so far. Around the same place where we had a resistance. Now we form a support. And now we have like a target for the, yeah, we have a target up here, 1995. If we break finally above, so if today we break above 1980, what is this, 1982-ish, yeah, around there. If we break above there, then we might have a nice probabilities would be there to run all of this. Now it's not gonna come easy. Obviously we're gonna have, if that happens, we're gonna have some major liquidity wicks coming back to the entry and all of that. So you know, the scalp, I wouldn't expect the scalp to just be clean and easy, like, you know, gold likes to do that. That's okay. Yeah, I noticed my entry got triggered, so I'm in, by the way. So now I just wait, a waiting game. What time is it? Yeah, 15. Minute, still respecting structure. Most likely we see like another wick coming down here if we're gonna go up. Not the best entry, I'm not gonna lie. I would have preferred this to be bullish. It looks like it's gonna close a small bearish 15. So, you know, it was a full, let me see some. Yeah. So now I might expect a visit down to here before continuing up. So what I could do is I'm supposed to just wait. Let me see. Yeah, just gonna wait at this point because this is the last 15 minutes of the 30 minute. 30 minute decided to come down first, then the last minute came up. One thing I could do is, if I don't like it so much the way the way it happened, is I could close half and then reattach the half that I took out as we break above again, and that way I'm managing risk and also adding the position in case we come back to entry. That's one thing we can do. Also, I could check on the 1 hour to see what's going on. The 1 hour doesn't look so bad actually, because we created a good liquidity wick based on the 1 hour. It's just that this is a really volatile area. Oh wow, yeah. Now that I look left, I mean this is the most recent relevant price action anyways. So yeah, it's okay. So I could manage risk, and that's what I'm about to do. Cause this got activated, and the closure was something I didn't like. So here, if I close here, I'm gonna manage risk, but I'm gonna keep up, and there you go. I'm closing half, and I'm gonna reattach half, or yeah, whatever happens at this point. If it comes back to entry, then I re-enter the other half. If not, then you know, failed attempt. But this is the same setup, so Like I always say, oh, sorry, I moved this. There you go. This is the same setup once and again. So, I'm not supposed to be, if I see it, I take it. That's how it works for me. And most of the time you win, sometimes you lose. That's how it is. But I'm not touching it anymore. I'm willing to lose half of this or this to move up at this point. Now I have a wick, so this wick is good because now I can move this and now manage even more risk down to here. It's just a few pips, but here's where I'm supposed to reattach the entry as we break above the wick. So I'm gonna look for it, for that re-entry right here, as and if we break above, and only if we break above. Okay. This is entry one. There's another entry as we break above here that I'm gonna, like the half that I just closed here, gonna re-enter here just in case. But that I do that just because that way I kind of like keep it. How can I say this? Like that way, if this were not to if this decided just to flip and come back and blah blah, then now I manage my risk and I lost way less. Yes, this is a better buy. Yeah, what? This is a better buy above here, by far. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it is a better buy, but this should be also a good opportunity as we break above this. Even though I know it looks like a non-tradable area, but also because of the volume. Right now we are about to go, to New York Open, and this has been forming a nice support. This is structure forming support twice. We just barely broke above it, and this was a really strong resistance yesterday. I was checking. Oh, there you go. Oh, you enter. Yeah, there you go. So this was a nice resistance yesterday. So there's a really high probability here. I'm gonna TP. There you go. That we revisit up here just because this was such a strong resistance. Now we closed above, we grab liquidity, and we're moving. Oh, nice. Okay, now we're in really nice profit with both entries. Okay. So this is the part where I decide if I move. Yeah, I'm gonna be TPing as we get close to this body closures here. And also I'm gonna keep the rest alone, and then the rest is gonna just be a runner. But yeah, above here is definitely a good continuation entry. Above here is also pretty much the same for me, at least for me. That's the way I see it is okay. The way I see it, I think it is a. Okay, there you go. Should I secure here? Because I have nice profits now. I'm gonna leave it alone. And then we have 8 p.m. 8 a.m. That's New York volume. I could secure around here maybe. Partial TP around here. So yeah, basically, I'm just counting on this area to do its thing because I noticed that the moment we broke above here, we had a visit up here. Now I noticed this candle wick, this candle close here. This one came all the way down here before finally arriving there. So maybe here was if we revisit here now at 8, because this could happen too. Now I noticed the behavior from here could happen again. So maybe that could happen again. So let's see. Still gonna have to. How can I say this? I'm gonna have to trust the volume on this one. Let me see, Sanjam. What is this? 1982. What is this? Gold. Oh, I have it. Wait, let me secure again. Yeah, I'm gonna secure here. And oh, nice. Securing here. Stop loss at break even, and that was the day. Nice, secure here. Remember, I re-entered here, so I had a full entry here from here to here. And remember that I moved the stop loss to the new candle. Almost 1-to-1. It's not bad. This is a runner now. This is a runner now. But we TP'd. I TP'd right here at the last push. And now I'm gonna leave a runner. Oh, that was simple. That was not. Oh, nice, nice profits. Yep. Okay. Are you in GJ sales? Not really. Let me go look for sales. I was making this quick profit. That's a good way to start the week and also the streaming. I was away for a whole week, so. Trades for the day. Let me go check GJ. Gold buy. That was what time? It's it was 7:30 around there. Let's say 7:30 a.m. or 7:45 a.m. And we pretty much killed it. And that was cool because we managed risk, re-entered, and yeah, and we're nice profits, so it all worked, played out nicely. Let's go for GJ, see what's going on over there. By the way, it's been a while since I've been I haven't been trading. So I think that's gonna be my only trade of the day. Let me see, GJ. Yeah, that move up. I checked. I was looking at it last night, and I wasn't really I wasn't really paying too much attention to like executing. Not FOREX, at least. Was playing around with a little bit of the other thing. Let's go with the month. You know what? Let me go to this one. So you see why I'm bullish on gold? There's no mystery here, right? No mystery. And the runner is still really nice. I would not be surprised if we see, as we break above today, 1982, we see a visit now all the way up to what is this? 1980, this is the 1985 zone, but it's actually 1987. All this up. But I don't think it's gonna be like clean. Are you expecting gold daily candle to fill the previous upside wick? Let's see, previous upside wick. Yeah. It's like everything is pointing towards that. Everything is pointing towards that. And this is not even a 4 hour anymore. This is a daily now because created resistance here. And this one here is actually a daily too. So no more 4 hours for that one. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna be clean. I think it's gonna be choppy, but it's gonna get there. Is what I think. I mean, the probabilities are there. Look, this is just clean move. This is a strong major strong zone here. All of this is really strong zone. So that's the only thing, right? As we break above this mess, and that's why that's why I took those buys, because I know this is a strong level, and I know there's another strong zone here. They're pretty much all of this is just one big zone. So I'm capitalizing on that. I know that all of this on the higher time frame is the zone, but I'm capitalizing on the fact that as he breaks up above this small one, it typically visits up here. So I think this could be choppy because inside of here is gonna keep, if it's gonna go there, you could actually expect choppiness like this, and then finally the break above. Now once we break above, then we have clean traffic here. So there's a really nice probability that as we break above this wick, there's a really, could be a nice money zone or high velocity area. Wait, let me see, just in case. Oh yeah, looks like it. Looks like it. Let me see again. Yeah, there's a little bit coming up. It does a little bit of this, but there is. So as we break above, it's specifically 1982.49. Should be a good push-up. What is that? The first push-up should be of it's just 15 pips, not big enough. But on the higher time frame, because that's the 5 minute. But on the higher time frame, it should be a push-up that takes at least at least I have half an hour, all the way up to in 19. The zone should be the first resistance coming up, and this is the only one, 1987. So there is a really nice setup. Now, I think here inside of here, below here, 1981 and all of this, we're gonna see choppiness. You see, it moved up, and now it's coming back for liquidity. Remember what we anticipated here on gold. Look, what we anticipated here on gold. My runner is still up, but it could come for it and take it out. Let me do this. Auto. You see, what did we say? It could come back down to here or even down here before finishing up here. Why? Because the price behavior was that before, right? So price tends to repeat itself. That's why I took profits here. So that's the runner. It's about to take me out, but that's fine. I took most of the profits. I'm quite happy. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this. So today was a nice day for me. Okay, yeah, we were looking at GJ, right? Sorry. Let's go to the higher time frame view. And what do I have here? Looks like I don't have anything here. What? This is not the chart. Wait. Is this one? Sky blue black. Playing. Oh, this is the one. So that's weird. So, leave. Gold, GJ. There's the one. Oh, this is bullish. I mean, it is bullish. I mean, we could all see. I'm just trying to figure out where's the next stop. 170. Well, that's all the way up there, but we have a liquidity zone down to here. Where are we? We are here, yeah, and we are here. We just broke above here. This is a strong zone here, really strong. Look at this on the weekly. We had a major structure rejection, and we had a visit of the week, and this became a rejection of the structure too. So this is strong. What is this? 163.81, 82. Really strong. So keep an eye on that one. And we are above it. So that's, that's on the weekly. Now we go to the daily. We go to the daily and look, yeah, nice. And then we have a strong zone here on the daily, not so much on the weekly, but the daily, which is good because we are intraday trading right now. Meaning that that was coming up, so it's not so useful for me. Gonna have to go to the current price action, but I really wanted to check out for potential targets. So this is today's potential target for me. If we're gonna go up, it's gonna be 170 points. What is this? 171.13. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, that's a potential target on the 4 hour. No, this is the daily. The heck am I talking? Wait, this is the daily. That's. I was like, this is like too clean to be true. Oh, okay. Okay, now here we go. Okay, so major zone down here. Oh, we do have a clean trend line coming up. We have a clean trend line coming up. Oh, took out my runner now. It's gold, and obviously, I don't care really. Well, I already made my money. So I would actually say I wouldn't go for the counter trend on GJ. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't go for it. Like I just took out my runner. And this is what we were expecting if we were gonna grab liquidity to continue going up. Now, the visit that I mentioned all the way down to here, that could happen. But also, there's also a probability now that we actually get inside of here and then kind of like just fall, pretty much, right? Just fall down to. I could remain with this, and I can erase this. So there's a probability that we just fall like inside of here and kind of like bounce or remain inside of here today or whatever. So, but look, you see this? So this is a danger zone. So I would, if I were to look for anything else today, it would, number one, it would be a buy order. It wouldn't be a sell. And it would be now, because this already happened, now it would be above here. So that's how I see it. Because this is attractive to me if there was no current, like if this break happens, now you need liquidity, and liquidity happens. So now it made sense that if we broke above here, we at least moved, those 10 pips, whatever we moved up. And then after that, by the way, now we before we tap into here, we might visit down here, up to here, and all of that. But now you would have to pretty much, well, I mean, you could go for this actually. Let me see. You could actually go for this, expecting that this one becomes the actual previous break, and that this forms a support here, and this one pushes up today up to here. All of that is actually valid. It's just that now this is a little bit trickier. So what, if anything, I would say, a break above here is a better potential now, buy opportunity, because that would be a breakout, and you would have a list. This is a little bit, when was this? A little dangerous, yeah. It would have to be, for me, would have to be closure, nice closure of the body right above this, and It would have to be like a body closure formation for a good entry, or nice clean break above this wick, particularly those two right here that we can see. Yeah. So coming back to GJ, I wouldn't. I don't think. I don't think I like sales for GJ. So this is how I see it. You see this? Look at GJ. You see this? You have a major zone down here on the 4 hour, quite clean. A lot of space to correct to, right? But this area here, you see the 1 hour, 1 hour. So 1 hour started all the way up here, fail all of this. That's 62 pips almost to come back all the way up here. So that means there's pressure here for the bulls, but also this is all of this is a liquidity area. All of this dangerous to trade against it, unless you pretty much sell the top. And I don't like, I could sell the top, but I haven't been looking for that recently. So my point is below here. So for me, it would have to be. Oh yeah, there's a setup here. I guess people took this one, right? But this is a counter trend setup. So the one major thing to keep in mind when you're counter trending is you're not expecting this to continue going down. Like if you counter trend, you should be really quick on the trigger to take profit, because you have the trend against you. Like it's just, that's how it is. Like if I don't see this, this is how I trade. This is how I'm trading recently, just for the sake of keeping it stress free. I really don't rush to counter trend, and if I don't see a trade with the trend, then that's a no trade day for me. That's as simple as that. Like I don't have to trade every single day. I really don't. So it's it's the decision that I made, that I decided to make. So below here makes sense to counter trend. Is but it's a little bit tricky. But it would be something like yeah, this is the level. So this is kind of like the level for me to watch from, where counter trending might be interesting. Like I said, yeah, and then it came all the way down to this level, grab liquidity, and continue pushing up really, really hard. So yeah, I wouldn't sell. That's it. That's me. You can sell, but I wouldn't sell. Like if I don't see a sell here, if I don't see us like if I don't see a buy here, then I wouldn't do anything. Yeah, gold came. You saw, yeah. So you see, gold came back to zone, and this is a liquidity zone here. So all of this is liquidity. Remember the behavior. We that's it. That's the behavior. Typically, when it taps here, typically grabs liquidity here if it's gonna continue coming up here. So there might be another setup here forming. I'm not gonna take it. Like I said, I'm just gonna keep it clean today. Just one trade is good enough for me. Remember, I haven't been trading for like, I think, over a week. I took like 2 trades or so last week, but they were really simple too. They were so easy I had to take them. But I was not even in my, like, I was traveling, so I was in vacation. So yeah, look, major liquidity, now rejection. What is this? 15, 5. Oh, this is 8. Yeah, 8, 15, something like that. So this is New York open volume. Yeah. This area is a little bit choppy. So like I said, now from here on, maybe it's better to just wait for a break above here because this is clean. This clean move up, and there you go. Now this was a good way to see how to manage risk and reattach entries. Reattaching entries. Like I managed my risk on the entry at the beginning, had an entry, closed half here, reattached the half here as we broke above. It was a pending, obviously, so, and it moved up, so I had full position coming up, closed 90% here. This took out my runner. Look, liquidity. What did we say? That if we go from here, typically price grabs liquidity up down here, and there's a probability that now it taps all the way up here, this zone here. Why? Because now it grabbed the liquidity from here. If that happens, it would make sense because that's exactly the behavior it had in the past. I don't know if that makes sense. So there's nothing weird going on here. This is quite, let's say, expected. I just went for the easiest trade here because this one you would have to trust on how far the liquidity area is before it flips. So that's why I took profits and called it break even, because I didn't want to be inside of this trade when this happened. And look at that. It's quite funny that it's kind of like doing what we called while we were here. Doesn't mean it has to do everything that we say, but it's good that we can expect based on probabilities what to do or what the price could do. So that's good enough. This was the trade. It was ended up being a nice thing. Okay, so GJ, yeah, like I said, GJ, I wouldn't really. Let me go to the scalping chart. I wouldn't be so excited about GJ sales, but that doesn't mean you don't have to follow your plan. Like if you're following your plan and sales, and you want to sell, you can go ahead and sell, right? Because here you have a correction. You have space to correct, right? You can do whatever you have planned here. You had a previous level here, liquidity zone all the way down here, push top. Now you, I don't know if you would expect maybe like a correction inside of here. I don't know. It's just I don't like it. I see it so bullish that I really don't like sales. That's it. That's all it is. Today I wouldn't press sell button. I would only press buy. And then if I don't see a buy order, then that's it. I don't trade today. That's how I see it. So for the intraday, what I do is I look for this daily structure, and if the structure is bullish, I keep it quite simple. If the structure is bullish, I try not to press sell. Simple as that. Because here, I do remember here I said the old me would have been looking for, yeah, gold about to move above it, right? Yeah. The old me here would have been looking for sales. And look what it did. And I felt so good when I saw this happening. I felt really good because I said, you see, that's why I don't really care about selling, counter trending. I only care about going with the trend. Oh, that buy opportunity. I do remember this one. I draw this one, but I don't remember what I was doing. But I do remember drawing this on my cell phone, and it played out so nice. Gold, look at this 4 hour retap of the zone is really almost a given. Really high probability retap to 1980. So look at that major liquidity wick. if this flips, only 12 minutes left, meaning really high chance we're finally tapped there, because all of this has to go somewhere. And there you go. So those last pips are really easy. I'm not taking this, but boom, there you go. And now we wait to see if this really wants to break above and close above or do all of that. Now there's a major liquidity wick here, so that means that there might be a good buy entry here. But the only reason I wouldn't buy right here a pending order is because when I look, even though we have a nice liquidity, actually we have a nice liquidity form, but when I look left, I don't like this. You know, gold did all of this before, so it's a tricky area. But there you go. We just tapped into the area, right? Boom. Now it's a waiting game. Now it's a no touchy anything. I wouldn't touch anything inside of here anymore. This already got here. That was my target. Inside of this zone, this was the target. Above here, we have all of this.
Yeah, I would rather wait for a close on the 15 or the 5 minute before I decide to enter a buy, because it hasn't closed above that yet.
Exactly. It has to come up. It has to close. Not only has to close, it would have to close a 1 hour candle for me, which is this one. Yeah, 820. Yeah, Comex. Yeah, but it has a nice wick. It has a nice wick. I'm not gonna lie. So
yeah, that's why I'm waiting for the 15 or the 5, maybe the 30 that has 10 minutes left.
Let me see. Yeah, let's watch it. As we break above here, it should have. Oh, it broke. So let me see what happens. I'm not trading. I'm just pretty much just watching this happens.
Yeah, see, look at the 5 minute. It broke above. Now when it close.
Look at that explosion here. As we broke above here, it just appeared here. It was like a gap up, right? Let me see on the 1 minute. Yeah, it was a gap.
It was a gap up on 1 minute.
Yeah, because it magically appeared there. So let's say that this is the next target, the next frontier, and after this is gone. But now above here, yeah, if you had buy stops, you might get slipped on this one. Like, I don't know if you got slipped on that one. That actually got top, so that's dangerous here. I would like to see a closure of this above this zone. We have enough space from here to here, and if you see this breaking above this thing here right now, the last frontier, like I said, the money zone is here. Let me keep it here, the money zone. Money zone is from here to around here. This is the smallest resistance shown. From here to here, this is 18 pips. I could expect price from here to here to have just one single, okay, so one single 30-minute candle or two 15-minute candles from here to here to arrive. But this would have to close above here, because I don't want to be caught on this liquidity rejection slash, you know, zone, whatever, unless I have a confirmation on the lower time frame, which is what is this, 820, 830. There you go. So look at that candle. Whew. Yeah, but that candle is bullish. Now if it closes above here, look at this. This is what you call the engulfing. So People on YouTube, could you hear the when who was it that was speaking earlier? It was
Me.
Sanjam and Rafael, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know if people on YouTube could hear them or maybe the music was too loud. Because I could just do this. Oh, look at this candle. Yeah.
That's why I'm waiting for a close. It's grabbing too much strength from both ways.
Yeah. This is a doji. That's indecision. And you don't want to be inside of this. Major liquidity zone here. Major, liquidity down here. If anything, like I said earlier, um, from here, and look at that freaking thing. Grab liquidity all the way down here before moving up. And like I said, this is not, if it's gonna go up, it's not gonna go up easily. It's gonna go up really choppy. So just be careful with that. Yeah, and manage risk. If you got activated eyes, be careful. Just make sure that you like. Obviously, you like. I really don't know anybody's plan, so that's why I only say just be careful because sometimes you maybe get like a stop buy here, and maybe you think that that person is supposed to have the stop loss below here, but you don't know if that person is doing like a swing trade, and maybe he had a stop buy here, and the stop loss is all the way down here. So you never know. Now, if you're scalping, oh
Previous
boy, boy,
15-minute candle was not good. It was bearish.
yeah, boy, oh boy, look at this. You don't wanna be there. GJ, oh yeah, GJ sells. GJ structure is bullish, so I would actually wait for this thing to maybe create like this was a previous resistance. This could be a level not yet confirmed, so not as a support at least. This was confirmed as support. The 1 hour, yeah, confirmed as liquidity. Maybe the 15-minute was better for that. Yeah, 15-minute was a better confirmation of a level here. Because this one tapped here, this one rejected here, this one's formed support here. So this is a better 30-minute level to watch out for. So this liquidity, this is previous resistance, potential new support, continuation coming up, looks better for GJ. Also, look at this. This was a 1 hour resistance too. So yeah. So yeah, Sanjam, this is a good liquidity. This is a good high velocity area above here. It's just this a little bit high. I wouldn't trust this. I never trust this the whole move. I typically trust it just this is 1 hour, so I would go down to the lowest time frame I can go down and see where is the lowest time frame, meaning like 5 minutes. And whenever I find a resistance coming up on the 5 minutes, then I could leave a pending order and I could actually trust it because I know that at least on the on the lower time frame, that's the most highest probability zone that I might be able to reach if I do that. Like, okay, if I do this that you have drawn here, you see here. So if I have this and wait, this is not that. I just feel this is not my chart. Sky blue black. No, this is the scalping one. Yeah. Wait, this is load white playing. I don't know. Anyway, so we have a nice area here. So if I go above here, whatever I do above here, typically I trade it all the way up to you. I can see it with the candles. Just with the 1 hour, I can already see it. So what I do is I simulate that I took it here. So I took it maybe here. Look left, right? This is the reference. This is price behavior. So when I go here, I try to just kind of like simulate. Okay, what was price doing when it was coming up? When it was coming up, I do typically if you have replay, you can do it. You don't need replays now that I think about it because you really want to see everything. So you go to the 30-minute clean move, that's okay. 50-minute clean move, that's also good. And then 5 minute, and then you find some more information here. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so yeah, it's look. So coming up, yeah, you have a lot of liquidity, and it should be good all the way up to here. But then what I do is to be safe, especially if I'm leaving a pending order, I just trust, this was a resistance. Look, many times. So this is the level for me. So I would trust that as we break above here and we move up, at least we see this. If we're gonna reject or do anything. So there's a higher probability of this happening than necessarily this happening. Not even to mention, all the way up there. That's even a key level up there. That's 1990. So yeah, but that's good. That's a good idea. Above here, pending order could be nice. A little bit dangerous in case we see like. Wait. I knew today we didn't have anything, so that's why I didn't even open this. But tomorrow I think we do have. It's not tomorrow then. Wait, I saw it this week. Oh, Powell speaks. We have unemployment claims. And yeah, anyways. So that's it, right? So we have yeah, we have a nice opportunity of this happening and not really being bothered by news. So this could go look left. This could go actually all the way up there, not gonna lie. But then safest TP would be there around here. I see a rejection zone here. I see a many rejections here. And even if this is a high velocity area, this is a little bit too choppy. This is the most. This is the only one that actually matters, but I always keep it safe. But that's it. And then for the stop loss, the stop loss is tricky because if I really wanted to place the stop loss the way it should have been down here. So it's not even a one-to-one risk to reward ratio. So I could actually do this and it would make sense and trust it. But then that one, I would have to be aware that I have to be, no probabilities decrease, but also that would not be just one, let me see. Yeah, it could be to like a 1 hour move. It could be a 1 hour move, but I will still keep it there. That's it. Even if it is a 1.8 R, I would still keep it there. If it is a pending order, I mean, if I'm sleeping, I could sleep. I cannot sleep if I know I left a risky trade there. If I have a easy trade there, high probability, okay, I can sleep. That's fine. I could sleep on this one. I maybe might be waking up in the morning with this one. So I have to sleep. That's how it is. So what do we have here? We have a potential support here. Look, now it's forming. 8:30. Look at this. This is a nice kind of like format. So you know what? If I were looking for entries, this is looking way better for buys than sells. Like right now. Look.
I mean, GJ is extremely bearish.
Bearish?
I mean, bullish. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna
Extremely
say
bullish.
like
I'm
yeah,
I'm not expecting any sells.
exactly.
Maybe liquidity grabs, maybe a retest to 166 37.37.
Could be.
But in overall, I do see it just continue going up.
Yeah. This was, what is this? Two rejections. This was pre New York. This was London. So London did the resist. So London, in one session we created the wave. So that's a lot of determination right there. So this happened in London. This is pre New York. Pre New York. New York people, they might want to have nice entries too. So you could expect a visit down here and have to go to the higher time frame for this. So yeah, today might be a selling day. It's just I'm not gonna sell. But today might be a correction day. It's just I would not capitalize on that. Yeah, this is what is this, like a pending order, Sanjam?
No, I will wait for candle to close above 167.009.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say this is not a good pending area, but it's a good idea to wait for buy entries.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, looks okay. That makes sense.
yeah.
So yeah, you have a formation of support here. You have a way better entry here for GJ to buy all the way up here. So from here to here, it's way better. Uh,
There is resistance on 15-minute chart, 167.200.
so what is that?
There is resistance on 15-minute chart on GJ 167.200. That will be final target
167.2.
7.200.
You mean here?
Yep.
Hmm. Yeah. If there's a good formation here of support, this makes more sense. It goes with the trend. It was a previous resistance. Everything is there. Higher
Mm-hmm.
time frames are bullish. All of this. So support from here looks better for buy opportunities. Now, gold is in absolutely no trade zone right now. Like we just like I don't even we already saw it, so we don't even have to go there. This looks cleaner for the rest of the day, at least for me. If I were looking for anything, for sure, this looks cleaner. But it was nice. I mean, I started the stream at 7:30. I think it was 7:35, something like that. And entry was 7:4. So that's another thing. What I'm doing now is number one, I'm trading obviously unless I see Raja streaming, then I go to that one too. But also I've noticed that trading after seven typically is when like after seven is typically when I get my entries. So I'm not even bothering. Like I'm actually sleeping a little bit and just say, you know what, at 7:30, 7:20 I can wake up because at 7:30 is when I typically see my setups. Oh, this looks a lot like a major set. So gold actually looks more like a sell below here, and it really has the structure for a big move. But you see, I don't trust the area because if I do this, this is the liquidity, this is the liquidity. Look left. So anything that is not below this is not even attractive for sales either. But look at that. Look at that major move down. And it makes sense because I remember I had this. Look at this. I had this thing here yesterday and I corrected it this morning, but it seems like that was the correct trend line. This one. I had it like this morning when I woke up and I said, oh, maybe it's not this one, it's this one. But I think that was the correct one because when I looked left, this is the one that tapped all of the areas. This was a fake out retap, and maybe this one is the drop, which literally I almost had a sell limit here just for the sake of the probabilities of this rejecting the strong zone. That's when I woke up like at 7:20, and then I just decided to move this as a reference to say, you know what, we're bullish on gold, so I'm not gonna do anything, and I'm still bullish on gold. So like I said, I'm just gonna leave it alone. But maybe this is the one, the reference, you know, the resistance. Now you have a double. So the reason for that is if you look on the structure, look 1, 2, 30-minute. You have 1, 2, 3 against the same major level, same level that we had all of this mess. So, but this is consolidation area. So I wouldn't make a decision unless I made a decision here. Like unless I had that sell limit that I was thinking about. If I decided, you know what, I wanna risk it and maybe risk like 1% here, stop loss right where I have the high velocity area. Actually, now that I think about it, that was a nice, yeah, that was a nice setup because this is a high velocity area. Typically, that's the place where I typically I'm willing to risk a limit order. It's just that it's been a little bit long. It's been a while since the last time I did it, but this is a setup I used to take, and look what I've been playing out really nicely. When I found a high velocity areas or money zones, like I call them, I typically realize that those are really strong zones and they have a really strong probability of rejection. So typically, I want to see a first rejection, which that one could count as one. This is a second one. So actually, this was a setup. It's just it's been a long time since the last time I took it, but this is a setup. If you find this happening someday, this is a high velocity area, you see a strong zone, you see a rejection, so you want to see at least a double structure rejection, at least on the 30-minute, which literally just happened. And then you could actually sell a limit here. Sell limit for me would have been here. Stop loss would have been right like 1 pip above this. Oh, 17 pips. Yeah, that would be perfect. And then this is a sell limit setup. And then here you would be TPing right here, actually. No, first TP would be around here. Around here. Here. Always before the limit. So first TP would be around here. This is the support, so I would be selling. Do you see it? 3R? And that would be a 50% TP, not an 80, not a 90. 90, 80, none of that. It would be a 50. This could be, now this one would go to break even, and the other 50 I will leave open down to here. And there you go. You see 9R. So this is 3R. So if you close 50 here, that's 1.5% profit. You leave this one open, and now this is an extra 4.5% profit on just one trade, if it happens. Not to mention whatever breaks below here today has a nice, so this is a nice probability sell, if anything, even though we're bullish on gold. So counter trend, sometimes they look juicy, but they have to make sense. So yeah. So you know, this is but this one made sense. It's just Gotta keep that one in mind again, because it's just I have so many setups. Sometimes it's messy in my head. So that's why I try to, like, if I'm trading scalping, and try to keep it a scalp and just leave it alone. But sometimes, yeah, I can actually capitalize on my other entries. Yeah, yeah, that was a trend line for sure. So here today, it makes sense that we see down here. Boom, look at this. Yeah, that explosion, that made sense.
30 pips slippage.
Yeah, yeah, that's why you want to be inside of it, like at the limits. Because then, anything that you're trying to grab in the middle of this, you could get slipped. You
Yeah.
could get like, when the candle pulls up the skirts like this. So you could get caught on that too. So either you make the decision right around here, or you don't do anything, or unless you have like a strong confirmation below here. Below here might be a good confirmation. This is about to close the 4-hour candle. Look at the 4-hour now. Nice rejection on the 4-hour. Yeah, that was a sell. I'm telling you, this morning I had it like this. I was like, I should be selling this top.
See, and I was looking for sales under 1970.
Yeah, it's just look this volatile area, and this was a strong level, so this makes sense. Not only that, it's tricky because now the last 15-minute candle could actually like not only move all the way down to here, but also could actually pull up all the way up to here again. So this is a danger, you know, thing. So that was the candle that everybody was waiting for to sell this level here, and this level here was perfect. Was beautiful.
Now, on the
So
5 minute, it looks beautiful, and on the 1 minute too.
oh yeah. Oh wow, look.
Look beautiful.
Hmm.
And if you go left, you have all the way possibility to continue going down to 1960s.
Oh, by the way, anybody coming to the stream, this is not, I didn't take this. This is just explaining a setup. This is, I took just one entry. It was a buy order, and it was a scalp, and yeah, it finished. It was a winning trade, but it was a scalp. It was not this. I'm just explaining that this was a nice setup for sales. And so the cool thing about those ones when they present themselves is that you can risk 1%. That's the cool thing about it. You can risk 1%. I think I did the calculation wrong earlier, didn't I? Oh no, I didn't. Yeah, it was correct. So you can only risk 1%. Like this scalp here. This scalp here. Whoa, look at that. So this scalp from here, that was a 2% entry. So I was risking 2%, right? So I took away from like around here, I took like 50 off, which is back to 1%. So I lost there, I don't know, whatever. And I re-entered here, right? And then I re-entered here, the other half. It was a little bit bigger because I re-entered a little bit more than 1% again. So yeah. Anyways, but it was that scalping, right? You just want to get in, get out. Now this one, the cool thing about those are that look at that thing moving. Oh wow, man, oh man, yeah,
What a move.
yeah. Look at that. And now we are at the area. This is a major area here. Look at that. Is that gonna TP? Wow, that's gonna TP, I think. One freaking 30-minute candle. This is crazy. That 30-minute candle
Oh
is
wow, we broke the day.
140 pips. So you see, if I find myself here, I TP right there. Like if I find myself here and I'm watching it, and I'm right there, after this, I just TP, and that's it. Because this is the ego move here, and if that money is already, if that money is already in your pockets, you don't want to mess around with it, that because that's money. So I'm gonna leave it just because the idea should play out. Is the probabilities of this playing out is way too high. But if I'm watching it and I see the money right there, I just take it because this is what? How many pips? That's like what? 15 pips. So from here, this is a 9R. From here, it's at 8.2. It's not worth it. So like here, when we were kind of like bouncing here, typically I take profit, but here I'm just gonna leave it just to watch it. So yeah, this is a nice setup. This setup you can actually. So the idea I can give it for free. I don't care. So this would be the setup if you want. Gorkem. No, I just explained that this is a setup that I typically trade. I did take this one live. This one was live. That's the only one I'm. Whatever you see here, me. So let me do this maybe for anybody that always, because sometimes people come. Trades for the day taken live was only this one. This one. This one. This was a scalp. This was not a. I'm explaining now a setup that I typically trade, and I missed because I was paying more attention to the scalping than the swing trading. This setup, I'm gonna explain it last time, and you can back test this if you want, right? If you don't, obviously, if you don't like swing trading, you can just forget about this. You'll find an area where you see major rejections on the 4-hour or daily, right? So you find that area, and then you find what I call money zones or high velocity areas, whatever you want to call them, which is areas where you see price moving from one place to the other with a big momentum candle. Now, when you find that, typically you're finding the limit of a strong zone, and this is exactly where this is. So the limit of this zone is pretty much right here, if I were to draw it, right? And now you have all of those wicks setting up here, and you have 1980 as a level. 1980, yeah. Let's call it 1980 is down here, but it's more like up here, where you have all of the candles meeting. Okay, 1981. 1981 is more like it. So you have 1981 as a really nice key level to take trades from. So the way that works is you find where is the limit where you would actually place a buy pending order. My buy pending order, I already explained this morning, would be above here. That same order, that same place actually works as the level where I would actually place a stop loss if I were to sell this limit. So if I were to place this sell limit here, the same place where I would actually enter a buy pending, I would actually place a stop loss. You could do one pip more or whatever, but this is good enough because typically the buy pending is typically a few pips above it. So what I do is I place the sell limit exactly at the place where I see the most amount of candles meeting, meaning this one here. If it is the most amount, it would be down here, but also I want a good entry, right? So I want to sell the limit, which is why it's called sell limit. So I try to find where is the most probable limit that I'm gonna meet if I'm gonna meet it. Now, if I'm doing New York session has a higher probability of reaching all the way up to the limit before flipping because it is a high volume session. So I could actually expect price to push up even higher and go down. But I would still keep it here if I were to sell this limit. I would keep it here because I really wanna be in, if anything, if I wanted to be in, right? If so, stop loss would be right here, sell limit would be right here for me, and then TP, like I explained already, would be around. Oh, now that I look at it, so sell limit TP would actually be here, a few pips below, right here. First TP would be around here. This would be the runner, and I would only take 50% at TP. I wouldn't take 90 like I do with scalp. I would only take 50. This would be a break even. This would be the runner, and like I already explained, this is the ego move for me, meaning I would already be TPing around here, like as we get close to it. Even if it TPs, look, it almost got there now. So 6 minutes away, yeah, I would take this and call it a day. So yeah, that's gonna. I did take one of those live, but it was last year. I think at the end of the year, and it was in the other channel. On the other channel, I took one of those live. I actually took a couple of those. Now that I remember, this year I'm gonna go back to this. Now that I think about it, I'm gonna keep in mind those type of entries. Yeah, look. And look at this. Look at this. The setup for gold, yeah, for GJ, if you're looking for buys, yeah, the setup was there. Look, like I said, I'm not gonna trade anymore. Yeah, no problem, Gorka. But I'm not gonna trade anymore. But it's way more attractive to buy than to sell. Look at this.
On the 15 and the minute on the 5 minute candle at the closes above, like above that, for me, it'll be a good entry to continue going up.
Yeah, look, the 4 hour. Let me remove this. 4 hour, yeah, 4 hour is bearish, but that's part of it. I mean, you need at least one bearish candle. Look, so you could actually expect. The next 4 hour to grab liquidity again before continuing going up, or just have a good formation. What do you think about selling after 1 hour close and the next candle break the previous low? You mean GJ, right? After 1 hour close and the next candle break the previous low, you mean this? Oh, gold. Okay, yeah. Because I was gonna say, if that was the case for GJ, I would still just call it a day and not do anything with GJ today. Okay, gold. Gold is a little bit trickier. Yeah, gold is. Yeah, you know what? Gold is more attractive to counter trend. Now, I wouldn't counter trend from here anymore. I would actually expect price to visit up here again. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I would actually expect price now to come all the way up here. This is the 75 area. Oh, even better. So, oh, look, it reached. It's falling harder. So,
massive push for gold. Wow.
Yeah, that would have been such a good entry. I'm gonna remove it so people don't think that I took it. But that setup was there.
I took a picture of the 5 minute setup so I could visualize it and put on my notes for futures.
Yeah,
a good setup on the 5 minute.
Let me see. Man, even this. Let me see the record. There's a part where you can see the orders that you took out and all of that. Let me see. Anyways, played out to perfection, but then again, you would have to take it to make money with it. So We are at key level. I would not. I wouldn't sell this right away. I would actually expect price to grab liquidity again. So I would actually, if I were looking for sales, I would be looking for sales from up here, somewhere above here. So, gold might actually become a buy entry for a while from here, because this is a really strong level. This is 1975, 1965. It's yeah, it is strong. So you might see something pushing up before continuing coming down. Now we have a lot of momentum with this thing going on. You know what? Let me see, just in case. To me, I think that was a technical fall. But let's see if there's a news catalyst excuse. Because to me, that's just excuse. Yeah, this is just a technical drop. It's just easy to see. Obviously, if you go to the higher time frame, and there's also one thing that happens to me a lot when I'm scalping is that I miss perspective sometimes on entries that I used to take, just because I'm scalping, right? But it is a technical drop. It is not a fundamental one. At least not to my, yeah, it's not. It's definitely just a drop because of the retest. So yeah, honestly, gold is short-term bearish. That's what it is. There's no, oh yeah, we already opened this. Gold is short-term bearish. Correction of the daily structure looks obvious. Let's remove all of this. There you go. We had a move up. We had the liquidity. Now we have the correction. There's a high probability we actually see 1961. If we get that closure that Camilo you were asking, that closure down like around here. Wait, let me go to the other one, right here. If we get that closure down around here, there's just one small issue with the area here. Let me see some. Yeah, it's kind of like right there, the price level, and that's the weekly. Yeah, so you are right at the zone. So selling right here is what you call selling a bottom. So unless you have a confirmation, it's really tricky. So it moved really aggressively. Just one hour candle, 1 hour candle. That's the cool thing about this is that now when you go back, you can actually understand what happened. If you notice, there was a gap up when we arrived here. So those were orders being triggered. Not only the buy orders, because there was a lot of, looks like there was a lot of pending buy orders right at the break of this candle, but also obviously activating the entries. So that prompted this massive drop of the 1 hour candle, dropping what a whopping 172. That's 172 pips, 1 hour candle. So imagine that. And which is why I kept saying, I wouldn't buy right away here, because this is a major level. Now right here, this is tricky. You see, you don't see an entry. You see, this is a liquidity area, so there's no entries yet, because you don't even have a wick here. Look, you don't even have a wick. You have a wick here, but that's the area. This is rushing down to 1960. You see? So inside of here, there's not much I would do. Yeah, it is better to wait for a. Look at this. Look on the 5 minute. You don't have anything. So here you would actually be guessing. Anything that you enter here, it's really dangerous because you would be guessing. You have this zone down to here. From here, you have major rejections. Even on the lower time frame, I would guess. Yeah, look at this. Literally, the rejection of the structure was happening from here, and we're right there at that level. So if it drops, it drops. But I don't see like a safe entry. Look, same thing here. Boom. Same thing here. Boom. So a little bit tricky there. Like this could literally tap down to here and then reject strong, really strong, or even just keep dropping. And that's the other thing. Now, look, just tap there. Let's see what happens when we tap here. Because if it breaks below here, it's gonna keep dropping like a hammer. But then again, like I said, now you don't know because the liquidity here is so high that any 5 minute candle can actually pull up all the way up here. So you don't want to be involved in this the same way you didn't want to be involved in a buy entry here. Right here is kind of like the limit. We can go to the scalping chart. Let me see. Let me draw this. Oh, we are at the level actually. If we break below here, actually. Okay, looking now at the daily, if we break below here, yeah, it's a good sell. I was gonna say, but it's still look. If we break below here, it's a good.
DJ's pushing up,
but it's dangerous. I'm not gonna lie. Look at the move. How much is that? How much was that? Wait. Look, 30 pips. Imagine you having this is slipping. Imagine you having an entry and this moving 30 pips in 1 second, in less than 1 second. That was boom boom, like, whew. Yeah, like if you didn't catch the drop from here, then you better know what you're doing down below here, because this is a rejection area to me. Look, major wick from here. You could actually see anything happening. Let me see GJ. Yeah, GJ, like I said, I think GJ today should be easier. Oh, look at this.
Yeah, I didn't take the trade because the 15-minute or the 30-minute didn't give a bottom wick. But I was waiting for that bottom wick to open the trade and it didn't give it to me. So I just let it go.
So you see, we said it this morning. If you were looking for anything, look for buys. This confirmed. Entry here. And if you wanted the 50-minute, I think gave, 50-minute, we were talking about it. Gave the confirmation here. So yeah, from here. It's just you're not gonna see me execute anymore today. But because like I said, I'm gonna keep my discipline on this. I decided just one trade to start this live streaming. I'm okay with that. But if I were looking for anything, yeah, this was the easiest trade of the day, to be honest.
Yep. I just personally didn't take it because on the 30-minute that we're on right now, it didn't wick down. It just shot straight up. I would have felt more comfortable with the wick down.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw the entry here as we broke above here, but it would have been a partial entry.
I was thinking of doing the same thing when we won the.
I think Raja. I was watching Raja stream, and I think Raja did the same thing yesterday. But that would have been a partial entry for me. And not only that, what I would do is, as we break above this, I would wait for price to retrace a little bit and then grab a better entry, because it typically does that. And that would be the trigger. So this would be the trigger, this would be the entry, and then that would have been maybe the. Anyways, but this is what we'd expected today, right? We expect the price to come from here up to here. Here would be TP1, so you could actually TP1 here, and this could be a runner even higher. And from here now, maybe GJ is ready to, if it's going to correct, maybe you see the other rejection here throughout the day and correcting. Now, The other one was dropping down here to continue going up, but here was more attractive because we had a 30-minute doji, and also that closure on the 1 hour was right above the zone. So that prompts to, more probabilities of this pushing at least up to here. So yeah, this this was quite easy. And oh, look at that 4 hours. So maybe from here, if it wants to correct now, it could make sense to correct, right? Or just continue going up. I would still not touch the sell button today. That's for sure. And yeah, I would actually expect the GJ to kind of like, either stay around here. If it's gonna correct, then maybe tomorrow, or just gonna form the continuation. So no selling for me. Now, if you see me tomorrow, if we tomorrow are kind of like below here, maybe I may be more attracted to sells. Yeah, see you, Rafael. 7. Yeah, so it was. I think it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't a bad day at all. I mean, had a winning trade. GJ gold. If you're looking for anything, so I don't know. Let me see the outlook. Now we're at 9. Like I said, I pretty much done for the day, but now I just wanted to watch what price was gonna do with this. So gold looks way more bearish for the short term than anything. Even if the structure is bullish today, gold is bearish, right? The intraday. So what I would actually expect if I were looking for any more entries today, or if I hadn't taken any entries today, I would actually expect price for, like Camilo said, wait for a resistance. You wait for a resistance to be formed somewhere. You want to see something on the 15-30 minute. Now keep in mind, we are at the limit of a really strong area. So what could end up happening is that if we keep breaking below this, if we keep pushing, and the closure happens below the zone, there's a higher probability that this, as it breaks below the previous week, whatever week it leaves, I don't know if this is the one, there's a higher probability it just keeps falling. So now it becomes a little bit of a continuation entry. For that one, then you would have to go to the lower time frames. And I don't trade the lower time frames like that. But if you see any rejection from here, there's a higher chance. So that's when it becomes a little bit tricky, that this actually becomes a bull's, like a small correction all the way up to like 11 a.m. or something like that, 10:30 a.m. 11, and then from there it continues the drop. So just keep that in mind. Sales are actually in favor short term for gold. So yeah, I would try to catch a sell entry as we confirm a resistance, meaning that you would expect some correction of this move. If you want to trade the correction, then just, I don't know, figure out your entry with the setup that you are used to. Try not to just enter willy-nilly without having a plan. The GJ thing here, like I said, from here looks like a nice TP right here. Looks like a nice TP place right here to then continue the, like if you took this entry, for example, I would TP here, like I mentioned, to continue going up maybe with a runner. And because if GJ really wants to correct from here, it would be good enough to grab liquidity and then flip that 4 hour candle. As you notice, the 4 hour candle doesn't have a wick that I remember. Yeah, it doesn't have a wick. So what that means is that this could be, if this wants to correct, this could be the wick up before it flips and continues dropping. So if and only if GJ really wants to correct, this is a good TP. Yeah. So it just, everything has to make sense. Try to look for the higher time frames to see what could happen and what could you expect from price, and that way you have like a better idea of what you can capitalize on. But the most important thing is that you can capitalize on things that make sense and that go with the trend. That way you have probabilities on your side. Like if you bought here, that was with the probabilities on your side. If you were selling here, look at this. Sales were really long, short-lived. At least for this move. Why? Because this is a bullish trend. So you don't want to go against them. Now gold flipped, right? Gold flipped. So now that you have the flip, now you can go for sales. Before that, it was still bullish. But now we fall. Now you should try to maybe look for sales. Short term. But for sure, it looks sales. There's no denying that. So if you really want to go for it, it makes sense actually. So this is the zone now to watch out, and a rejection from here should be strong enough to push price up all the way up to here maybe today. So maybe you want to capitalize on that if you know how to trade rejections. I don't trade that good reversals. Not when they happen like this with big moves, unless they are part of a higher time frame entry that I have. Like if I had the only way I would trade that is if I had a pending order or a potential zone. Wow, this is interesting, because this is the same place where we had this. So who knows, right? On the higher time frame, if we actually reject and continue going up the rest of the thing. But right now it is bearish, right? Like, so that's how it goes. Intraday, if you want to continue doing anything, intraday is bearish. That's how it is. So if you want to go with the probabilities for an intraday, it is still bearish. That's how it is. So I think 50 minutes away from the NYSE Open. Still, but I already made the trade, so I hope you guys liked the stream. Tomorrow I think I'm gonna be streaming at 9 a.m. because there's a high probability that I'm gonna be with Raja on his stream. So I might start mine at 9 tomorrow, especially. Oh, tomorrow is in Spanish anyways. Okay, so if you speak Spanish, then I'm gonna be streaming at 9 tomorrow on the other channel. You have a link on the description. And yeah, remember to like the stream. If you like to trade, you don't like to trade alone, remember you can share your ideas. Oh, this is dropping really nicely. Yeah, this is gonna look, this is just gonna melt. So if you like to share your ideas, remember you can share them here and we can just discuss the whole thing. And we're just learning each other we're all learning here, right? Always. So have a great rest of the day. Do not overtrade, and call it a day if you lost also. Call it a day. Tomorrow's a brand new day too, unless you trade the NYSE. So have a great day, guys. See you here on this channel today, for 2 days from now, and on the Spanish channel tomorrow. Sure. You're welcome.